So, I have a confession to make. I was posting photos to social media the other day to promote and market my new book project. This is a book that I've been working on for about a year, but I felt a bit down, dispirited that my engagement on Instagram was so low. Now, of course, I know intellectually that those likes and that type of engagement really doesn't matter. That kind of validation on social media is just superficial. It's like fool's gold. And what should I expect when I post about once a month anyway? But this got me thinking about who my work is for. Sure, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want other people to like my work, but I'd also be lying if I said that my work is made with other people in mind, that other people motivate my work. What I mean is, my work is for me. It's my expression. And other people aren't the motivation of my work, or I should say that my work is not motivated by anyone else. Sure, at the end of the day, I think about reception and how other people will receive the work. This informs the final product, to be sure, but that's not the inspiration of the project. It doesn't compromise or corrupt the original idea. It plays a very little role in my project's final form. The work is both a master and a slave to itself. Which is another way to say, I would continue to do my work even if nobody saw it. I simply can't not do the work. The painter Vincent van Gogh is said to have only sold one painting his entire lifetime. He lived in poverty, money was a concern to be sure, but he only sold one. And not to compare ourselves to Van Gogh, but here we have a man, an artist, who, despite practically zero engagement with his work, apart from his brother, kept working and kept producing. Vivian, Maier, Peggy Kleiber, we have many examples of artists and photographers whose chief dedication is the art itself, not the audience. This all begs the question, who are we creating for? What are our motivations? Would we continue to create if we knew nobody would see or nobody would care about our work? We need to be honest with ourselves about this question because it is a fact that 99.99999% of all of the creative output in this world gets ignored and overlooked. So I kick the question to you. Would you continue making art and photography and working on your projects if you knew no one would notice it or see it or appreciate it at all? To what extent is our kind of infatuation and our expectations of engagement on social media, how much is that actually corrupting our appreciation and our experience of making art? And how much time do we waste thinking and worrying about this? These are questions I think we should think about from time to time. Me personally, I spent the last year working on my project. And even if nobody saw it, and even if it wasn't a success in the traditional sense, I wouldn't have it any other way.